So, I read The Last Ronin and it's the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle story of all time, but it's also the saddest and most tragic. The story takes place in a dark, futuristic New York with the grandson of the Shredder leading the Foot Clan and ruling the entire city with an iron fist. Every other turtle is dead, and Michaelangelo is the last one left, and it's his path as he goes to end the long-standing feud between their two families. At first, you don't know who the turtle is, but when it's revealed to be Mikey, when you think about it, it does make the most sense. Splinter always said that he had the most potential, that's why he was given nunchucks which are notoriously difficult to use and require a lot of focus and training. You see the transformation of his character as Mikey goes from the fun, goofy, and comedic relief of the Turtles to a tragic warrior on a path of revenge that just misses his brother and family. And in the comic, there's flashbacks and you see how the Turtles actually died. First to go is Raphael as he fights Karai and he puts her in a coma but she stabs him in the throat as he drowns to death. Then Leonardo and Casey Jones die in a massive explosion while fighting Baxter Stockman. And this also heavily injures April, who you see later on in the story as well. And finally, Donatello and Splinter die after being ambushed by the Foot Clan and are shot by numerous arrows. But aside from the flashbacks, Michelangelo now uses all of his brother's weapons. And he ends up mastering each one, surpassing each of his brothers and even Splinter. Even though he is on a journey of revenge, it isn't about rage, but honor, and finally putting an end to the Shredder's lineage. And the main villain, Hiroto Oroku, is probably the most deranged and sadistic villain in Tmnt, and it works for the story. But Mikey ends up reuniting with April and meets her and Casey's daughter, also named Casey, and he starts training her. They lead a resistance against Hiroto, and in the final part of the story, Michelangelo fights Hiroto, who also becomes the second Shredder, and they both end up dying, with Mikey dying in April and Casey's arms. But I think the best aspect of the story for me is the fact that Mikey sees his brothers everywhere he goes and talks to them like they're still with him. Even when he's literally about to commit seppuku and end his life, they're still with him. And it isn't until the end of the story when he finally manages to get past his grief and start to let go when he stops seeing them. Overall though, The Last Ronin is a great but tragic story that every TMNT fan needs to check out.